Okay, let's get started. The first thing to remember when working with skylights is that not all skylights are created equal. By choosing a quality velux skylight, you can be sure that your skylight will stand up to wind, rain, ice, and pretty much anything else Mother Nature will throw at it. Let's take a closer look. Velux deck-mounted skylights consist of a quality wood frame, an insulated glass lens, and protective aluminum or copper cladding. During installation, the skylight is mounted directly to the roof deck and sealed with the appropriate flashing system. Mortise and tenon joints, similar to those used in furniture construction, are used on the corners to create a solid frame. These joints are glued and pinned to ensure a square frame and to keep corners from separating. To make the installation process easier, Velux deck-mounted skylights feature a drywall groove that can be used for easily and seamlessly aligning 1/2" and 5/8" finished material with the skylight. Mounting brackets are pre-attached to the wood frame to speed up the installation process and ensure a tight fit. Velux skylights have two standard glass options: Comfort, tempered over tempered glass, and Comfort Plus, tempered over laminated glass. Both are dual-paned, have a low E coating, and are injected with argon gas to provide excellent energy efficiency. There are also a variety of energy-efficient specialty glass options available. Impact-resistant and snow-load glass options are available on most deck-mounted skylights. Electronically tinting sage glass is also available for select models. You can find a complete list of glazings on the web at www.veluxusa.com. Standard Velux skylights come with a Kynar 500 protective finish that is umber gray in color, but copper and custom-painted skylights are also available. Before we start with the actual installation, we need to gather some information about the job site. A little bit of pre-planning now will save us a lot of time and effort later on. From inside the attic, identify whether the roof is constructed using rafters or trusses. In most cases, trusses cannot be cut, so if your roof is made with trusses, it's important to pick a skylight size that fits between your rafters. Fortunately, Velux carries a truss series of skylights designed specifically for truss applications. Rafters, on the other hand, can be cut as long as they are properly reinforced. Make sure to measure the actual spacing between the rafters or trusses. Unfortunately, sometimes this measurement varies and may have an impact on the size of skylight you can use. Inspect the area around the installation site, inside the attic, for any obstacles that may be in the way. For example, electrical wires, ductwork, heat exchangers, and roof supports are all potential obstacles. Velux also recommends keeping skylights a minimum of 12 inches away from valleys and ridges. Be sure to follow local building codes when determining distances to vent stacks. If an electric skylight is being installed, plan out the path for routing the wire to a power source. 20 feet of 14-2 wire is included with each model VSE skylight. Keep in mind the roofing material used. As we'll discuss a little later on, Velux has flashing options for most roofing materials, but you have to know your roofing material in order to pick the right one. When installing a Velux deck-mounted skylight, make sure that your roof pitch is between 15 degrees and 85 degrees. If you're installing on a lower pitched roof, you should create a roof curb to bring the skylight roof pitch up to 15 degrees. Details on creating a roof curb can be found on our website, www.veluxusa.com. Always remember to check with local building code officials for any possible code issues. Now that we know the job site is clear, it's time to plan out our installation, starting with the skylight models, quantity, and sizes you plan to use. Velux deck-mounted skylights come in 3 models. The model VSE is an electric skylight that opens with a remote control and closes automatically in case of rain. The model VS opens with manual controls, and the model FS provides daylight only. A variety of blinds are available for all 3 models. When considering the skylight size that you want to use, remember this. As a rule of thumb, Velux recommends that the daylight area be at least 10% of the floor area. This will provide the best lighting results. If large skylights cannot be installed because you have a truss roof, then you may want to consider using Velux combi flashing to join several smaller skylights together, providing the daylight levels of a larger skylight with an interesting architectural flair. The variations are endless, so ultimately the size and quantity of skylights being installed will be up to you. Next, you need to pick your flashing type. Velux offers several flashing options for deck-mounted skylights based on roofing material, quantity, and arrangement. If you're installing a single skylight and the roof is built of shingles or other low-profile roofing materials, Velux Type EDL step flashing is the way to go. This flashing system interweaves with roofing materials to create a weather-tight seal. For high-profile roofing materials like Spanish tile and corrugated metal roofing, Velux Type EDW flashing is the best choice. And for most metal roof applications, Velux Type EDM flashing is the appropriate flashing choice. This flashing should only be used if the ribs or standing seams are 1.5 inches or less in height. For taller seams, you may want to use Type EDW flashing. If skylights are being installed together in groups, then Velux combi flashing should be used. Combi flashing options are available for all the different roofing materials mentioned previously. When using combi flashing, skylights installed one over another must be spaced 4 inches from frame to frame. Skylights installed side by side can be installed as close as 2.5 inches apart and up to 12 inches apart in half-inch increments. This information must be given when you order your combi flashing. Finally, before beginning the installation, be sure you have all the tools you need. The following tools and materials will be needed to complete the installation of your Velux skylight: a hammer, Phillips head screwdriver, cordless drill, tape measure, flat pry bar, box cutter, circular saw or reciprocating saw, chalk line, shingles, nails, felt paper or ice and water shield, and a staple gun. And with that, you're ready to begin your skylight installation. When you're ready, select the video for the skylight you plan to install, and let's get started. To learn more about the other installation methods available from Velux, select a different video. You can also learn more about Velux products and accessories by visiting the website veluxusa.com.